Hey everyone, so we are going to take these navy beans and we're going to make some canned baked beans. And we are going to follow a recipe and we're changing it up so it's becoming our recipe. So first off, we're going to take these beans and we're going to open up the bag and dump them in the bowl and we're going to soak them overnight. That's the first thing you're going to do. So we're going to put them in the bowl. Oh, look at that. We got a kidney bean in amongst the baked beans or the navy beans, I don't care. These are from Asia Standard, by the way. It's a 5-pound bag. We are going to simply add water. I'm doing cold water. We're going to fill the bowl with water and then we're going to just let it soak. I'm going to put it right here on my towel and it will sit there overnight soaking, and then we'll rinse them in the morning and deal with them then. So there we go. The beans are now going to soak overnight. See you in the morning. Remember those navy beans we soaked overnight? Well, they're ready to go. Now I'm going to strain the rest of the water out, straining them, and then I'm going to rinse them really good and I'm going to throw them into this pot. So I don't know the easiest way to do this, so we're winging it. So into the strainer they go, it's draining, and then we'll just go ahead and rinse it really quick, let it drain again, put them in the pot. In the pot they go. We're going to continue doing this. Next, we're going to add 5 quarts, about 20 cups of broth. I'm using chicken broth. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to add 3 1/3 cups of brown sugar. 1, 2, 3, and 1/3 cups of brown sugar. Next, we're going to use some good old-fashioned molasses, the black strap kinds, the best. This is the same as the brown sugar, 1 1/3 cups. I just used a mason jar to measure it out. And I'm going to scrape the inside of the mason jar to get as much of this yummy goodness out as possible. There we go. 5 teaspoons of ground mustard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 onions. Chopped. And 5 teaspoons of salt. I'm using kosher salt. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm doing a ham bone and 2 ham hocks into the beans, and then we're going to cook them on low and let them just kind of cook together and bring it all together for a few hours. So now we're going to check to see how the ham's doing, if it's coming off the bones. As you can see, it is coming off the bone, and so that's great. That means that these will be ready to can here shortly. So that's a really good sign. I had 2 ham hocks, which are soup bones, and then I also had a leftover ham bone with some meat on it, and all that meat's in here. So that means when we go to can, we have to follow the meat canning regulations. So I found another meat bone down in here, and what I do is I then pick off any kind of casing, and I have the dog's dish right here for Princess Pooch. She gets those, and then I try to break the meat up into smaller pieces and put it in, because the last one you didn't really get to see that. And so we're just going to break it up into pieces, drop it in. It's messy. I keep washing my hands, and it's just part of the job. So look at how pretty that meat looks. Oh my goodness. It's so full of flavor, and it adds another level of flavor to your baked beans. So if you can put ham hocks or bacon in, do it. It's well worth it. And the bones are going in the garbage can. I am not holding on to the bones. Time to can the baked beans. These are boiling hot, and we're going to ladle them into the jars. I'm doing 7 quarts first, and then anything left over is going to be in pints, because we like to eat them in small amounts. Hunks does. So you need to keep the liquid in here too. You want the liquid in with the beans. We're going to ladle it to the 1-inch headspace mark, which is this rim here. We're just going to keep doing. So once you've made a complete and total mess, really you don't want to, but you want to wipe the rims really good. Then you want to place your lid, then add a ring to fingertip tight, and you're going to do all the jars, getting them ready for the canner. Since we're canning hot beans, we have hot water going into the canner. I'll do 3 quarts. So once you get the 3 quarts in, we're going to put 2 globs of white vinegar in there. That helps keeping the glass on the outside when it's being canned from getting all the haze on it. So then you're going to load your canner. We're doing quarts in this canner, and I'm going to put 7 quarts in there. Once you have the canner loaded, you're going to put the lid on. You're going to twist it into lock position. You're going to turn your burner on to high, and you're going to let the steam come out of the vent. Once it starts coming out, you're going to time it for 10 minutes. That way then you put the weight on, and then you want to get it to a PSI of 10 to 12. And for quarts, we're going to do 90 minutes. Once you hit pressure, you want to start your timer for 90 minutes. Turn your burner down, and then these are the quarts. And then you're ready to rock and roll. So once your timer goes off, you're going to pull it off the stove, and you're going to put it on some kind of hot pad so it can start cooling down. Once the pressure has gone down back to 0 and there's no signs of funny hissing sounds or anything, you can pull the weight off and maybe even crack it open. You're going to let it cool though before you do anything else. And there we have the finished product of the baked beans. I ended up with 7 quarts and 10 pints of baked beans for the pantry. This is Kelly signing off from Meal and Knife Homestead. Have a great day.